A 5-year-old girl dies in foster care, and for nearly a year, investigators have been silent on what caused her to stop breathing.
The child's grandmother tells WBZ's I-Team that the system failed that girl. Christina Hager with new information and a look at how many children lose their lives on the state's watch.
5-year-old Nevaeh Guerrier was in her 5th foster home when an ambulance rushed her to the hospital last year, where she was pronounced dead.
They said, as far as they know, that she fell down the stairs.
Her grandmother, Nancy Rodriguez, spent years battling the Department of Children and Families for custody of Nevaeh and 3 other grandchildren.
They said that the denial was because of a criminal record.
WBZ's I-Team ran a Corey check on Rodriguez. No felonies, but it only goes back a couple years. It was her driving record that had problems. We found more than 40 road violations over 3 decades, including 1 OUI 14 years ago.
Do you feel you had the resources to safely raise your grandchildren?
Absolutely.
She says a social worker kept the kids from talking about their foster home.
One time I did ask the oldest grandson, and he looked straight at her and he said, I can't tell you.
They were placed in an East Hampton community called Treehouse Circle, foster housing mixed with senior housing. It's held up as a model for success, but no one here wanted to talk with us about what happened to little Nevaeh.
Oh, it was a grave loss.
Except for East Hampton's mayor.
And I think everyone wants to know or have some kind of resolution.
The state medical examiner's office tells us it's the subject of a criminal investigation. And the DA's office says it's analyzing voluminous medical records. A source tells the I-Team investigators are focused on bruising and looking into whether people were staying at Nevaeh's foster home who had not had background checks. In a statement, DCF says it takes seriously its responsibility to keep kids safe and continues to work with the district attorney.
It's very frustrating.
When the I-Team asked for records, we found 177 DCF-involved children have died in the last 5 years, 32 in state custody. It's the job of the governor-appointed child advocate to hold the agency accountable.
In other words, right now, DCF reviews DCF.
State Representative Tricia Farley-Bouvier wants to create an office that's not tied to DCF to review its cases.
The system is not working. We need to take it outside the agency to bring that independent accountability.
And I just don't want this to happen to any other families.
The child advocate tells us the state makes every effort to keep DCF-involved children with their families, and that works for about 80% of the time. As for Nevaeh's foster home, DCF says it's been shut down. For the I-Team, Christina Hager, WBZ News.